Do you often get angry about small things? Do you feel that you are aggressive for no reasons? Do you get triggered by little disturbances in your daily life? Then maybe this video will help you. We are going to talk about the reasons of anger and how to calm your mind when you get angry. Anger is a poison that we drink and hope someone else to die. This is the biggest irony about anger. If you are wise enough, then no matter how much you are induced, you will never drink a poison on the first place, and we will for sure not hope that someone else will die when we are drinking it. But are we really wise? If you think like that, then you should rethink your life decisions. If we want a tree to fall, we must damage its roots. Otherwise, it will grow again and again. Such is the case with anger. If we want to get rid of it, we must get to know its roots. So why does anger happen? As human beings, we have some desires. Since we were born, we have seen this world and built up some desires and some expectations of how things should be. But having expectations is not a bad thing. Knowing what is favorable to us and what is not is good, isn't it? But the problem starts when we expect others to fit into our expectations. Let's say you have a wife. Now, you have some expectations that you impose on her, and you think that she should behave according to those expectations that I have set for her. I didn't even ask her permission to do so, but anyway, I want her to behave like that. I have a certain image of her in my mind, and I have some expectations based on that image. But if she behaves a little bit off or does something that I didn't expect from her, then I will get angry. I will get frustrated, and my mood will be spoiled. And to put the cherry on the cake, I'll blame it all on her. It was her fault that she did that, and because of all that, my mood was spoiled. Isn't this a bit ironical? We are so selfish that we want everything to be the way we want it to be. Otherwise, our mood will be spoiled. One thing that we have to realize sooner or later is that we cannot control our surroundings or the people around us. The sooner you realize this, the better. We can only control how would we react on the situation. The situation is not in our hands. It is in the hands of the universe or God. What will happen and what is happening is not in our hands. It's like watching a horror movie. We cannot control the movie because it's already scripted. We cannot interfere in the direction of the movie. We don't know what horrifying scenes will come up next. But what we do have control over is our reaction to the movie. Will we get scared or not? Will we realize that this is just a movie that we have to watch? Enjoy it with this mood. Even if you are scared, you will enjoy it if you have this attitude. You cannot control the waves, you can just learn to surf on them, or you will drown. So which option do you choose? Surfing or drowning? If we go to the roots of this anger named tree, then its roots is desires and expectations. So what we really have to do to get rid of anger is to get rid of desires and expectations. But now there is a question. Is it even possible to get rid of desires and expectations? Yes, indeed. But first, here are some methods for the people who don't want to get rid of desires. Firstly, what you can do is just to be selfish and don't harm yourself for the mistakes of others. It is as simple as it gets. Sometimes we also get frustrated from ourselves because of the same obvious reasons. Then obviously it is also not wise to harm ourselves from our mistakes that we have committed. Why to harm ourselves at all? Why shouldn't be selfish? But it's easier said than done, right? Then what you can do to ease the anger? You can take deep breaths and distract your mind by either smiling, singing a song in your mind, or chanting God's name. And after your anger is somewhat less, now you can remember that it is harmful for you. And with the use of your intellect, you can move on from it. It is simple but pretty effective method. Now for the ones who want to get rid of the desires and expectations, you have to shift your desires to something positive first, something divine, like the desire of finding God, the desire of seeing God, the desire of knowing the truth, the desire of knowing reality, the desire of knowing who you are. This divine desire will help you uproot your bad desires and expectations. And after it is done, you have to leave this desire behind too. But that's a story for another time. For now, don't expect anything but from God or from universe, not from any person. Know that what is happening according to the will of God or the universe, and shift your desires there. This is the initial step you can start. This topic needs more explaining, and if you want a separate video about it, then please drop a comment below. Or you can contact me on my number that will be provided in the description.